Good morning. Welcome to this morning mindfulness practice, and thank you for joining me. So we have now another moment, just this moment, brand new, and we can just drop into it. Stepping back from the past and the future and resting here. Just this. In whichever posture you choose, eyes open or closed. Positioning yourself in a way that makes you feel grounded, rooted, something that embodies the full flowering of your dignity as a human being. And just bringing awareness to this moment. The soundscape, the mindscape, the heartscape, the bodyscape, all the dimensions of this brand new moment. Simply observing, opening to whatever is here for you. And observing also the tendency we have to create a goal or an expectation of how things should be, to measure the discrepancy between how they are and how they should be, quote unquote. And this tendency too, we can just observe. We don't have to get rid of this tendency. It's not clear whether we can. We can just observe it as one more dimension of our experience. There's an element of the mind which judges, commentates, sets goals. But it's just one dimension. We can expand our awareness also into the other dimensions, the sensing, of body and space around us. How is it in the body right now? How is it in the hands? Are you responding to this question with a verbal answer, or by turning towards the hands and shining the spotlight of attention here, aware of any sensations, temperature, contact, tingling, heaviness or lightness, something dull or sharp. How is it in the feet right now? How is it from the inside? The mind wanders. We notice this. We might briefly acknowledge where the mind has gone, a thought, an emotion, another sensation, an impulse to act. Just a brief acknowledgement. And then we might return to sensing the feet, or to whatever other aspect of your experience you're intentionally resting the mind with. Whether it's a narrow or broad focus, both are possible. How is it in the belly right now? Inflating and deflating with the breath. Stretching, relaxing. Just dropping the mind into the belly. You may like to place a hand here if that's supportive. Aware of contact, movement, effortless movement. Just your body breathing itself. It may be that at some point during the practice, something difficult arises, a painful sensation, something at the level of emotion or thought, a regret, something else from the past, a worry about the future. Knowing that when difficulty arises, we have options. We could move the body to accommodate the difficulty. If you do so, seeing if you can bring attention to the before, during, and after of any movement. The intention to move, the movement itself, and any sensation left over after the movement is complete. That's one option. Alternatively, or additionally, you might rest the attention with one sensation of the body, something relatively neutral, perhaps the breath or the hands or the feet, or perhaps sounds, without trying to shut the difficulty out, which is likely to increase the tension. Just resting the spotlight of attention in this one place, taking refuge here. Allowing the whole of your experience to be in the background, including the difficulty and everything around it. But finding a sanctuary and resting the attention in one place. And however many times the mind is drawn back to the difficulty, knowing that you can always make the choice to return attention to this one place of refuge. That's another option. The third option is to turn towards the difficulty, just as much as feels possible in this moment, to investigate it gently and curiously. Where exactly is it in the body? Where does it start and end? Is it dull or sharp? Is it changing from one moment to the next, or is it consistent? Where are its edges? As you breathe in, you might direct the breath into these edges, or perhaps into the area of difficulty itself. Allowing it to be just as it is, and infusing it with the breath, bathing it in the light of awareness. How is the breath right now? Where do you feel it? And you allow the breath to be in the foreground of your attention. And the whole of the rest of your experience to be here, but in the background. And just moving up close to the breath as it comes in, as it goes out. Knowing that the mind wandering is an essential part of this practice, not an interruption of it. However many times the mind wanders, we can simply come back. Perhaps opening now to the whole body once again. Sinking the mind into the body. Feeling it from the inside. Feet, legs, hands, arms, torso, shoulders, neck and head. Allowing it to be just as it is right here in this moment. With all its dimensions, sensation, emotion, thought, impulses to act, anything else. How is it just to rest in being mode with awareness of the body, without trying to do anything, without trying to get anywhere other than where you are right here, without trying to be anything else? How is it just to embrace this moment as it is and as you are? With all the dignity that your humanity involves. Just this moment. Nothing more, nothing less. This vast expanse of awareness. And a whole range of phenomena arising within it. Just witnessing this. witnessing what arises in the body and the mind. We're not choosing what arises or when it fades away, but we can bear witness to it. To be alive and know that we are alive. And allowing the words of this poem by Mary Oliver to be just another dimension of this moment. The poem is called Mindful. Every day I see or hear something that more or less kills me with delight, that makes me like a needle in the haystack of light. It is what I was born for, to look, to listen, to lose myself inside this soft world, to instruct myself over and over in joy and acclamation. Nor am I talking about the exceptional, the fearful, the dreadful, the very extravagant, but of the ordinary, the common, the very drab, the daily presentations. Oh, good scholar, I say to myself, how can you help but grow wise with such teachings as these? The untrimmable light of the world, the ocean's shine, the prayers that are made out of grass. So thank you for practicing with me this morning. Wish you a good day. I'll be back at the same time tomorrow for some mindful movement. Thank you and take care.